Hello, namaste, and it is our honor to speak to you and express our views regarding the most fundamental aspects of yoga and the deepest science behind yoga in observation consciousness. I am Harish.
And I am Kai. Namaste.
So, observation consciousness. Observation is the most fundamental unit of consciousness. With observation, we experience a lot of things as we see in the world today. Without observation, there is no creation, there is no past, no present, and no future. Only those things which are observed are recorded. In spirituality, there is this thing called Akashic records, which plays a major role in one's spiritual evolution. Everything in this through observation is recorded into Akashic records, and with observation you can change the present, change the future, and change the past into something new. That's what observation does. It's, to tell in example, the first thing which right now, right here is I have a camera in front of me, and it does its job by observing. Soul is also the same thing. Soul observes everything. It doesn't react to anything. It only observes and keeps the information with itself. The ability of the mind is the thing that processes the information from the soul, and with the soul, which is acts as an observer, which is the connecting unit to the entire consciousness, brings the information from the past and predicts, processes. The mind processes that. Without mind, there is no place for observer. Okay, observer will be there, but no one will observe the observer. Okay, so for the mind is the fundamental unit to realize that there is an observer. And mind helps us as well as distracts us from being an observer at times in the reality. So most of the current day challenges that we are facing is because we lack the ability to observe patiently using the mind, and the decision making is becoming harder for many people these days. The most important aspect of understanding this thing comes from a meditation, a process of meditation that relaxes you to the deeper level of your consciousness, where your body and the field of body and the extension of body, which is called mind, is filled with the precognitions. Like so much information is being stored in your field of mind. The present, the past experiences, and the future visions are all stored in this field of mind. So meditations that relaxes your body will help you to figure out what you are going through and what you have to keep within you and what you have to let go. So these are the mental the field of mind that has thoughts from the past, future, and we keep struggling with this information itself. So with meditation, Anapanasati, let's take the example of Anapanasati, which is the crown jewel of meditations, as Lord Shiva taught to Parvati. He taught nearly 500 different types of meditations. Out of this, the most auspicious and most closer one to know that you are an enlightened being already is Anapanasati. Anapanasati is observation of natural breath. So the breath which is already natural, you just observe it. But the field of mind intervenes in that observation from time to time, and you get to carry away in that flow of mind. So when you bring back your mind and get it married to the observer through breath, everything starts to manifest in your own choice. The peace is your choice. The ability to put intention to make something happen will become your choice, and the ability to work on it is completely based on the choice. So observer and observation becomes overall consciousness over a period of time, and that's how things will be changing for everybody from time to time with regular meditation practices, continuous practices. Doing 1 hour a day, it doesn't help to solve greater challenges in one's own life. You have to do it continuously and increase the hour span of meditation for every good sadhaka. So there are so many challenges every good sadhaka, every sadhaka keeps experiencing from time to time. So increase in time will help you increase in observation. So then the choice, the picking up of the choice to see things clearly becomes more evident, and you will have control over them. These days, to be distressed and become a proper observer and proper creator and responsible creator, and for a responsible creation, you have to practice meditations which makes you more calm, and that meditation should be able to dive deep inside by dissolution of the mind. There is an experiment. Science has evolved to a stage where they conduct experiments on observation. There is an experiment called double slit experiment, which even an electron, which is shot from an electronic gun on a screen, when it is observed through a camera by an observer, it starts behaving itself. It's as simple as when the students are in the classroom, when a headmaster or a regular teacher who are exposed to regular fears, like if the students does not do their homework, when they see teacher, there is a certain amount of observation that comes into picture out of fear also. So they start behaving properly. It's the same way in that double slit experiment, which is the most important experiment, so that people can understand that there is an evidence for this all spiritual scientific concepts to be understood by the people. This is the most important experiment that is conducted to make it evident. I hope most of the people wouldn't understand this at a period of time immediately when they come into meditation, but consistent practices and getting in touch with the group meditations, great masters like Brahmarshi, Patriji. Why? Because they are fully involved in these kind of researches without any electronic equipment, and they were able to make phenomenal changes in themselves and the people around you. And I am one of the examples for that. So as of today, my ability to observe things and to put my response or reaction based upon the necessity has increased because of extensive observation over a period of time. This observer consciousness is very needed at this point of time to work on stress reduction, because as I said, for stress reduction, you need to observe what is right, what is wrong, and then a decision making comes into part. The better you observe, the better your knowledge based upon the past experience can give you a clear picture to take a right decision. This is my idea of what is observation consciousness. I would like to hear some of the examples from Ms. Kai.
Okay. So as Harish already spoke so much about observation, and he spoke so much in scientific manner, I'm not expert in this field, but I have to share maybe a few things, how it helped me, the meditation. I was so much of externalized person. I would go always outside to find that everything I would try to find outside of myself rather than going within. And going within was the hardest thing in my life, I guess, I've done, because sitting down for meditation, closing my eyes and observing my breath, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. I could not even last a minute, but then I had to train literally myself. I had to train my mind like training an animal, I guess, to listen, to sit down. So, and through the time and the efforts and the years of practice, my personal experience on observing, I found that over the time of meditation, I start observing that observer. So awareness come to the point when I start observing the observer, and that observer start observing another observer, and that observer went higher, even observing the other observer. And I was wondering how far I can go. It feels so good. It literally felt so good. There was a new dimensions kind of opening within that state of awareness, I would say. And I believe that's all I have to say about it now, because every day I meditate, the more I meditate, the more I evolve. And through that observation, I believe I start developing the higher awareness.
Sometimes being the experiencer will be the best thing to do, because there are so many evolved teachers on this planet, and they set a better example of becoming a better personality and better version of themselves over a period of observation. And keep saying this word observation. It can be only given into action, like it can be only understood through experience by an individual. Individual experience does matter, because the information that we are speaking about is the personal experience of a sadhaka. And if one can correlate these kind of experiences, it can be at least a clear road for most of the starters to at least go forward and start meditating. So I wanted to add a few more things of how Anapanasati can make you a better observer of your depths. So when you sit in meditation, every breath will help you to move your muscles and all the elements, all the 5 elements of your body that are made up of. And with every breath, your body starts relaxing to the deepest levels. If you keep continuing it again and again, starting with the shortest time that you can put into practice and increase the time day by day, you become a proper observer. And this is totally appropriate to the concept of yoga. Why? Because yoga is not about just asana. Yoga is communion of mind, body, and soul. A lot of the people don't understand soul means, it is vague for most of the people. I am trying to infer this to those people who doesn't have experience of becoming a yogi by themselves. For a layman, observer, because science is more predominant these days, many universities from the West has scientifically conducted so many experiments to understand who is observing all this thing and who is controlling this thing. So to a point of experience, I've understood that we are the creators of our own reality. But that conclusion of we are the creators of our own reality, comes with extensive action of observation. Observation is action without an action. And with this word in Sanskrit, it means yoga. Yoga is to merge with oneself. So this oneself is so deep that you have to. Yoga is not just asana, it's much deeper than that. Yoga is not just pranayama and asana. It's as deep as knowing yourself from the depth of past, present, and the future self. To be one with yourself, you need to meditate on dissolving yourself. The current self, the current image that you hold in your mind about yourself is not your supreme self. And as observer doesn't intervene in your personal experiences, he just observes and records. It is very important for you to take action on relaxing the field of mind that you have accumulated over a period of time. Mind is a difficult thing to dissolve. So the only way to dissolve the mind is to let go of the mind. The first physical process starts with your breath. The natural breath that you hold on to in a particular set of minutes from day to day. So with increase in meditation time day by day, your body tends to relax and go deeper into yourself, and the bodies which are associated with your physical body, like etheric body, astral body, mental body, causal body, supracausal body, and the nirvanic body, starts activating based upon the depth of your observation. And the awareness at this point starts increasing to every body. When your body starts relaxing, the awareness increases to etheric body, in which etheric body is a combination of all the 5 elements and the reactions of all the elements in your body. In turn, it radiates some radiation, and that forms an etheric body. Then if you go more deeper in your relaxation with your breath, then you are able to come out of your body and have astral level experiences. And if you relax as deep as possible and become an observer, good observer of who you are, you will be able to dissolve the field of mind that you have constructed for yourself. Then you can also restructure it for the betterment of your better version. And then you will try to understand the greater reasons for your experience, for you to become an observer. In turn, you will start helping on a specific cause towards the environment around you, the people around you, and you will start being a responsible person, which in turn you will have, as per my understanding, you will have a better understanding on your causal body, and it will increase to a level of supracausal. And then once you attain the freedom with this deepest level of meditations, you will feel that you are relieved from this whole construct that you have made for yourself over a period of lifetimes. So that's why observation plays a major role. And the smallest tool and the simplest tool that you can adopt is to observe your breath and go deep into meditation. That's why Buddha figured it out. After a lot of sadhanas, different sadhanas, he came to a conclusion that by communicating with a tree, he get to know that the tree just observes the breath and grows to a magnanimous tree. So he adapted that technique, and within 6 years, he attained enlightenment. And he was able to go to Mahaparinirvana and by setting others free. So this big journey can be experienced by every individual, and without losing your own creativity. You will be able to express yourself and be the best version of yourself. And you can be the example for other people.
It's true. I agree. In conclusion, I would like to add maybe a few words of encouragement. First of all, if I could do it, you can do it. So, in day-to-day life, in daily life, meditation helped me a lot. So as I said already, I was very externalized, external person. I would go for external things a lot. But today I can say that I went so much inside, so much inward, and whatever I was searching outside, I can't compare to what I found inside. Inside I found that vast world which is still unexplored, and till today I feel like I'm just starting to explore, and it's beautiful. It's so rich. It's just magnificent. The inner world is really magnificent. So I'm in constant awe of the unfoldment of what's happening inside. So I would encourage everybody and anybody who is trying to meditate or who wants to get into meditation, but maybe they need some encouraging words. After years of practices and meditations, I find that I became less rageful, less angry. I had a big problem with that, less hateful person. I used to just lose myself in fights and arguments and physical fights, and those things tremendously minimized. Today I'm a different person, much calmer, much happier, I would say. And all that I need, I found within that calmness, and I start seeing a lot of beauty in life, in people, and around me, inside of me. So whatever you're seeking, you can find inside. So please look within, observe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaste.